So there she is, standing in the TSA line, backpack on one shoulder, giant personal item bag on the other, and the security officer giving her that suspicious look. You know the one, the we need to talk about your bags look. And she's thinking, what did I do wrong? I'm just trying to get to Cleveland. Here's the thing. She's about to find out that having two bags doesn't automatically mean that you're good to go. Because here's the problem. It isn't always what you pack. Sometimes it's how you pack it or how much you're trying to squeeze through airport security. Unnoticed. These days, they are paying close attention. Let me help you avoid being that person in the line getting caught with two overpacked bags and the one holding up the line while a TSA agent unpacks your entire life in front of strangers. First, let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the two massive bags on the woman's shoulders. Yes, most airlines let you bring a carry-on and a personal item. We know that. Well, here's where people get into trouble. They treat both bags like carry-ons. They stuff them until the zippers are screaming for mercy. And then they act shocked when the TSA agent stops them for inspection or an airline agent says, sorry, one of those bags has to be checked. Your personal item is supposed to fit under the seat in front of you, so you can't overpack it. It means it should be smaller, lighter, and definitely not bursting at the seams. If your personal item looks like it could fit a small family, you're already on TSA's radar and the airline's gate agent as well. And when you show up with those two overstuffed bags, both looking suspicious on the x-ray machine, that's when the officer steps aside and gives you the stern look. The please step over here, madam look, or sir look, the look that nobody wants. You now have to get extra screening, holding up your time to get on that plane. And here's what happens when you cram too much into that bag. Everything gets compressed and dense. And on the x-ray machine, dense areas look like potential problems or threats to the agents, the TSA agents. TSA cannot see through your tightly packed clothes, your vacuum sealed bags, or that jumble of cords that you threw in at the last minute. When they can't see clearly, they have to check manually. And that means pulling you aside, opening your bags, and going through everything while the entire line watches. Fun times, right? I'm just kidding. I hope you're finding value from this video so far. And if you want to become a travel pro and breeze through airport security faster, then you will appreciate my digital guide. It's called Must Know Airport Hacks to Fly Through Airport Security. It will help you to unlock insider hacks and master air travel rules with ease. You definitely don't want to travel without this ever again. So I would encourage you to grab it from the link in the description. You will certainly be glad you did. Now let's continue. Now, the woman in the security line that we just talked about, she probably thought that she was being smart, split everything between two bags instead of checking one bag, wanting to save that baggage fee. I understand. But now she has to deal with the embarrassment and wasted time while an officer digs through her stuff. Now let's talk about what's probably in those overstuffed bags of hers. I'm betting there's a full-size bottle of something. Shampoo, conditioner, lotion, perfume, something she just forgot to put in a checked bag. Or maybe she thought splitting her liquids between two bags meant that she could bring more liquids. Nope. The rule is still 3.4 ounces per container, all fitting in one quart-sized clear bag. Total. For both bags combined, you don't get double the liquid allowance just because you bought two bags. That sure doesn't work. And here's where people really mess up. They bury their liquid bag at the bottom of their personal item bag, thinking that it will slide through unnoticed. Wrong. The x-ray machine sees everything. And when TSA spots liquids that weren't pulled out for screening, there's an automatic bag search. And the same goes for gels, creams, and paste. That full tube of toothpaste counts as liquid. The jar of hair gel, liquid. Your kids squeeze yogurt tubes, you guessed it, liquid. Now imagine what else might be hiding in those overpacked bags. Maybe there's a pair of scissors in her personal item from that craft project she was working on last week, or a small pocket knife attached to her keychain that she completely forgot about, or one of those mini Swiss Army knives that seemed so handy when she bought it. All of those, not allowed. People forget about the random stuff living in their bag pockets as well. That bottle opener attached to your keys, if it has a blade, it's not flying. Those nail clippers with the tiny file, usually okay, but full-size nail files can be confiscated. Tweezers, fine, but those precision tweezers with the super sharp points, maybe not. And here's one that gets people all the time. Self-defense keychains. Those cute cat-shaped ones with pointy ears, or those tactical keychains designed to be used as weapons. TSA does not care how tiny or how adorable they are. They are weapons, and they're not allowed, and they'll be treated as such. If our airport friend is anything like most travelers, she's got charging cables, power banks, maybe a portable charger or two scattered between both bags. Here's the problem. Spare lithium batteries and power banks must be in your carry-on bag, but they need to be easily accessible and properly packed. If they are buried under a mountain of clothes in your backpack or tangled in a mess of cords, TSA needs to see them clearly. By the way, large power banks over 100 watt hours need airline approval. And if you've got loose batteries rattling around in your bags, they need protection from short circuiting. That means keeping them in original packaging or taping over the battery terminals. Just throwing them loose into your bag, that's a safety hazard and a guaranteed bag check. Let's not forget the snacks now, food. Because who wants to pay airport prices, right? Solid foods are generally fine, but spreadable or liquid foods follow the same 3.4-ounce rule. That giant jar of peanut butter, you're bringing to your sister. No, it's not allowed. The homemade salsa, no. Your famous 7-layer dip, absolutely not. And when you pack food items throughout your bags, granola bars in one pocket, trail mix in another, a sandwich wrapped in foil paper, some fruit at the bottom, it creates weird, dense spots on the X-ray scanner. Aluminum foil is especially problematic because it blocks X-rays completely. Security can't see what's underneath it, which means they have to check. Additional screening for you right there. Here's how our traveler could have avoided the stern look from TSA. And you can too. Pack lighter. I know that's revolutionary advice, but seriously, if you can't lift both bags comfortable without straining yourself, you've packed too much. Keep electronics in one easily accessible spot. Laptop, tablet, phone chargers, all in one place that you can quickly remove. Don't make security have to dig for them. They don't like that. But put your liquids bag right on top of your personal item bag. Make it visible, make it accessible. Don't bury it 3 layers down. Use packing cubes or organizers. They help your bags look organized on the X-ray machine instead of like a chaotic jumble. This allows airport security officers to see distinct items instead of one suspicious blob. Even if everything in your bags is technically allowed, there's another issue: weight and size limits. Airlines have weight restrictions for carry-ons, usually around 15 to 22 pounds. depending on the carrier. Your personal items shouldn't be enormous or heavy. Again, as a reminder, if you show up with two massive overweight bags, the gate agent might force you to check one of the bags. And at that point, all your careful planning just goes out the window. And you don't want that. Remember, that woman in the security line, she had a backpack on one shoulder and a huge personal item on the other. And the TSA officer, gave her that look. She probably thought that she was being efficient. She probably thought that she had it all figured out. But now she is likely holding up the line. Now she has become the person everybody else is sighing about. And the reason the line isn't moving. Try not to be that person. Getting through airport security with two bags does not have to end in trouble. It's all about packing smart and not just packing everything. Keep your bags organized. Excuse me. Keep prohibited items at home. Follow the liquid rules, and for the love of all that's holy, do not overstuff everything, because that stern look from the TSA officer, it's avoidable, and your fellow passengers will thank you for not being the reason that they missed their connection or connecting flight. Pack smart, travel light, and save the drama for your destination. And remember to go grab that digital guide that I mentioned. Unlock the insider hacks and master air travel rules with ease. You will thank me later. See you in the next video, which is 10 worst travel mistakes you're still making in 2025. You don't want to miss that video, so please make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell right now. Safe travels, and thanks for watching.